Hello everyone, welcome back to another Magic the Gathering Commander review video, and today we're talking about Chainer Dementia Master from the Torment set. And Chainer is really cool, very powerful, and very popular. So Chainer is a human minion. It's a 3/3. It costs 3 generic mana and 2 black mana. It has 3 lines of text. The first is all nightmares get +1/+1. So a Nightmare Lord, which is really cool. For 3 black mana and pay 3 life, put target creature card from a graveyard onto the battlefield under your control. That creature is black and is a nightmare in addition to its other creature types. When Chainer Dementia Master leaves the battlefield, exile all nightmares. So very cool, very powerful reanimator effect. You can reanimate a creature from anyone's graveyard. It becomes a black version of itself, and it gains the creature type of nightmare, which is very fun. It's also important to note, in the rules here, it mentions the creature put onto the battlefield by Chainer's activated ability is black only. Like I said, it becomes a black version of itself. And it does not keep or gain or retain any of its other colors. It is, however, a nightmare in addition to its other creature types. So if you reanimate a goblin, it becomes a black nightmare goblin, which is really cool. Also, bear in mind that when it does come back to the battlefield, it comes back as that thing. It doesn't come back as a red goblin and then become a black nightmare goblin. It comes back as a black nightmare goblin. So bear that in mind. That's just some logistics there. When you're reanimating something, it changes its color and it gains the new creature type as it enters the battlefield. The other thing to note here is if you are ever worried about the leaving the battlefield trigger, if someone's trying to blow it up or kill Chainer or even exile Chainer in any way, one of the ways you can get around it leaving the battlefield while still protecting it is with phasing, because phasing doesn't move it from the battlefield, it just considers it not to exist. So if you can phase Chainer at all, that's a great way to provide it like removal protection without it actually leaving the battlefield. A card to synergize with Chainer is Overlord of the Lilmac. Very cool card. Really, this is in here because one of the ways that you can build around is with milling, and this is a great way to self-mill yourself and to get a card back to your hand to play later. So you'll get a card back from Overlord of Lilmac, but you might also discard or mill another creature card that you want to reanimate. So you can then use Chainer to get that second creature that you weren't able to get with Overlord. Very fun, just a great way to fill your graveyard to get your creatures out onto the battlefield quickly. Going off of that milling theme, though, the deck that I'm building around is my Mono Black's version of a Group Slug deck, and the Group Slug is focusing on milling. So I actually want to mill everyone as much as possible so then I can steal their creatures with Chainer, which is going to be very cool and very mean. Second, and a popular deck idea on EDH Rec, is kind of just building like whatever you need. It's black. You're going to have great ways of tutoring, getting cool combos going. This is just a very strong build around Aristocrat deck with Chainer. So it's going to be very cool. But pretty much this is just your standard Aristocrat deck, but with enough tutors in it, it could be a pretty oppressive combo deck too. And then lastly, one of the cool things about Chainer is since Chainer can reanimate creatures from anyone's graveyard on top of yours, you can kind of get this idea of like wanting to get a ton of mana, reanimate a bunch of your opponent's creatures, and kind of build up this fortress around Chainer and his nightmares. Granted, if Chainer does die or leave the battlefield in any way, all of those nightmares get exiled. But with that said, and if you prepare and build around it properly, you can protect Chainer and kind of get this cool wall, this cool fortress against your opponents, which means you can build a mono black pillow fort deck. Revenge of Ravens is a great way to reinforce that, but then you also have things like the Monarch and the Initiative to get advantage every turn while your opponents are still trying to catch up and you're stealing their creatures from them. So very fun, cool strategy. And that's going to do it for Chainer Dementia Master. What's yours is mine. However, once I take your thing, please don't touch me, because if you touch me and I leave, everything's going to get exiled. So that's not good. We don't want that. With that said, Chainer is very, very powerful. Very, very powerful and very, very popular. So a lot of people have built around Chainer, which is why it has the ranking of S tier. Very popular. I think when I was doing my final calculation of its score, it was like 12 or 13 different deck ideas based on this video, its creature types, EDH rack, any fun jank deck ideas. It's just a high number of deck ideas to build around. So this one is a very cool commander to build around. You can go a lot of directions with it. And I'd love to hear your guys' comments below on any synergies or deck ideas that I did not talk about. Thank you guys so much for watching. And I'll be back with some more Magic the Gathering videos for you guys. So in the meantime, go check out some of my other videos, my other Magic videos. A crossover video is going to be coming soon, I hope. Soon. And more video game content coming your way. So thank you guys so much for your support. And as always, I'll see you in the next one. Bye!